Hello, it's Jeta, and today I wanted to show you all the things that I'm doing to prepare for back to school. Please bear in mind that not all of these tips will be relevant to you. Some of them are more specific to certain year groups, but most of them are quite general. Number one is to go through all your textbooks and identify the topics that you find difficult or don't really remember very well, and create a revision checklist from these things. It's a good idea to do as much of the content before going back to school since we have time now. Otherwise, it can pile up when you do have exams, and that obviously isn't helpful. The second thing is to just clean your room, especially deep clean. Everyone has that drawer that you kind of just ignore and pretend doesn't exist and shove everything that you don't really know what to do with in, and that is the drawer that you need to go through. Your mind will just be so much more clear knowing that everything in your room is organised and tidy. Number three is to digitally declutter, and what I mean by this is going through all your folders and files and sorting through them. And whilst you're at it, disinfect your laptop because I'm sure it's gotten very dirty as well. The next and probably most important thing is to fix your sleep schedule. Most of us are going to have to wake up earlier once we do start school, so making sure that you are sleeping earlier as well just means that you're getting a substantial amount of sleep on school days, which makes all the difference in the world when you are trying to learn new content and revise. Another thing I like to do is just write a list of everything I want to bring in my school bag and then everything I want to bring in my pencil case, and this just means that I'm less likely to forget anything when I am packing my bag, but also it gives me an idea of anything that I need to buy before going back to school, although this year I really don't need to buy anything because I pretty much had everything from last year. Come up with and finalise the way that you're going to be organising your notes and also your revision resources. So whether you're going to be using flashcards or notes or mind maps or whatever you're doing, making sure that it's consistent throughout the year is going to make revising so much easier when it does come to exam season. Creating a system now that can be implemented throughout the rest of the year is a great thing to do, and I didn't really do this in year 10. I started out with physical flashcards and then moved to digital flashcards, and it was very frustrating not having them all in one space. So this year I'm definitely going to be committing to one method and hopefully use it for the rest of the year. Find and make some really quick recipe ideas that you can have in the mornings, especially recipes that you can pre-make the night before are really practical. Breakfast is probably my favourite meal of the day, so having really quick recipes that I can just pick is such a good idea, and it will optimise your time in the mornings because you don't have to think about what you want to make. But obviously this doesn't really apply to if you eat your breakfast on the go. If you do eat your breakfast at home, this is a very good thing to do. Create a morning and night routine. I'm probably not even going to stick to my morning and night routine for more than a few weeks, but it is really nice to have this structure at the beginning of term before you have time to actually tweak your schedule to what suits you best once school actually starts and you kind of know the commitments you have and things. But until then, having the schedule is really useful so that you are still productive and have some sort of structure to stick to. Make a study playlist. It can be really nice to listen to music when you're doing less focused tasks, so creating it now while we have time is a good idea so you don't have to be faffing around trying to find music whilst you're working. These are just some recommendations for some study music that I really like. Set up your planner for the new school year. So I can't actually do this yet because we get given our planners from school on the first day back, so I haven't got mine yet, but that's kind of the last thing that I do before going back to school. Setting up your planner is just a very short, quick task, but very important so that you feel extremely prepared for the new school year. So thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope this was in some way helpful for you, and I hope you have a lovely day.